Hello and welcome, PomMan of the Token Minorities here, and today we're going to be doing an OU Live celebrating the fact that Volcanion has finally been released on the DS cartridge. Now, it's to do with a movie event in Japan, I believe, so I don't know how to actually get Volcanion for you, but it's a pretty cool mon in OU, a very powerful wall breaker, especially with the choice specs item equipped. And I think it'll actually be really good on rain teams in particular, but I don't have a rain team right now. I've got a team that was passed to me by my friend Albacore, so yay. We're going to lead off with Gardevoir in anticipation of the Manectric lead. He actually chooses to lead with Tornadus. Tornadus is a fine lead by him. I have a couple countermeasures to it, but I'm not Chocolate Berry with my Tyranitar, so I'm reluctant to go out into it. I can live any one hit, and I'm just honestly feeling like getting off a Psyshock here. It's not really worth the. It's not really worth potentially losing my Tyranitar, especially given that Excadrill is probably going to be sweeping this game if I can play it well. The only real check that he's got for it is Rotom, because I am Air Balloon Excadrill, which means that Hippowdon cannot check me efficiently. And everything drops to a +2 Excadrill, especially in sand. So we take the U-turn, and Psyshock will dent something. I mean, if he goes out into Excadrill here, that would be ideal for me. But he is Life Orb, which is very, very good for me indeed. Assault Vest is a lot harder to take down, and it also tells me that he can easily kill my Tyranitar, because there is not one of them that is not using some form of fighting type move when they are Life Orb. So we see Hippowdon here. I really want to go for Focus Blast in all honesty, predicting the Excadrill switch in. But there's no reason to do that. If, I can just Hyper Voice immediately. It gets a lot of damage on this Excadrill. He is also Balloon, and wow, that did so much. Keldeo can take any one hit if he's... It can take any 2 hits if he's Jolly and goes for Iron Head here, and if he's Adamant, then we will not outspeed him, I don't believe. No, not quite. But I believe that it's also the least useful one on my team, only really useful for revenge killing Manectric and weakening the Tornadus and the Rotom, both of which I can do with other things as well, so not really much point there. As he does go for Earthquake, we definitely can't take 2 of them, and I believe that is actually adamant damage. So I'm actually going to try and save my Keldeo here by going out into my own Excadrill on a Balloon, as he predicts that very nicely, or just assumes that I've got some way around it. We're going to go for the Speed Tie. Obviously the Rotom Wash Switch was going to happen, but it's better to just be safe than sorry. This is not the matchup for my Volcanion to do that much in, and we can live a Volt Switch from full rather comfortably, so I'm hoping he goes for a not Volt Switch here, so that I can then click Steam Eruption and weaken this thing down for my Excadrill later. Of course, this does now mean that Hippowdon does check me, which is not ideal. I should have just sacked Keldeo in all honesty. There was no reason for me to do what I did. It was just silliness. As he does actually go for the Volt Switch, so in comes the Manectric actually, to just Volt Switch again. I mean, that's what I'm imagining is happening. He's not going for Flamethrower here, so I'm just going to annoy him a little bit by just pivoting in with my Excadrill, and then pivoting back out into my Tyranitar. If he wants to go for Flamethrower, that's fine, but he doesn't, because he doesn't want to risk his Manectric, which is rather obvious. But we can now just get up our rocks. His hazard removal is Rapid Spin, which is not very reliable indeed, and we can just go hard into our Latios here. As he does go for the Volt Switch, Tornadus T can come in without too much hassle here, but yeah, that's not a terrible thing for me. As he does bring out Tornadus, we do die to any attack he wants to go for. Keldeo does not, but it'll be slower than it after the... Volcanion's not doing anything. As he goes for U-turn actually, as opposed to attacking me. That's somewhat odd. No matter what he goes out into, I am just going to click Steam Eruption next turn though, because there's no reason to risk anything, as he does indeed just kill my Volcanion. And now I get the switch advantage, which is nice. So we saw how much U-turn did to me. I'm honestly just going to go out into my Keldeo here and fire off a Hydro, Hidden Power Electric. Hydro is more powerful. Hydro's smartest. I mean, this is good for outspeeding the Manectric, but not much else aside from that. I'm wondering if Scald is actually a smarter play. I think it might well be. Yeah, we'll just click Scald. Hydro would have killed. Ooh, but he decided to U-turn, so that is good for me. And he goes out into Rotom. I disagree with that, because I'm now going to take this up as an opportunity to try and burn you so that you'll be worn down a lot easier for my Excadrill. And Tornadus comes in. We can go Tita. And we can just go for Pursuit. If he goes for U-turn, it will kill him. If he goes for Superpower, that's still fine, because that means that, he'll just live after sand damage. But we can go out into our Excadrill here and go right for the going right for the Iron Head is fine, as he chooses his Manectric as his sack. He's not. I don't think he's just sacking this off, but. Latios is smartest, in all honesty. Yeah. Because now I can just weaken the Hippowdon and then drop a Draco Meteor and everything will be good. Need to be a little bit careful about that Excadrill though, unfortunately. Oh, if I was Surf here, that just got a kill. Oh well, it's not my team, as I already said, so yes. How am I going to end up winning this game though? That's the big question. It's one that I'm not entirely certain I've got a good answer for right now, unfortunately. Goes for the Slack Off. Again, I'm just going to go for the Psyshock. And now you're in range of Draco. Like, I know you're in range of Draco. Whoa! Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Well, let's try and get a crit. Or we can actually just go into my Gardevoir, which is a lot smarter. So. Yeah, I've played this one poorly. I should have been smarter with that. Goes for the Slack Off again. Hyper Voice won't kill, but it'll do a good 50%. I thought it would do more than that. Now we can go Lati and just HP Fire in case it goes Exca. Draco's smarter. He does go Excadrill. It killed anyway, so it was fine. Goes out into Torn. Superpower kills me. Unfortunate. Yep. Good game. He played well. I did not. So, yes. I always struggle versus Volt Turn teams. It's annoying that I've got such a big weakness in my game. But whatever, we'll pause it until we come right back with a new game. Or not, because there's a game right here, and he's using a Dugtrio. Well, obviously his team really hates Heatran, but we don't have a Heatran. Oh shit. Why is he? I do not like the synergy of his team at all. The Excadrill, not the Excadrill, the Manectric Dugtrio core? No, I do not think that is a good idea. I'm going to lead off with my Lati, as he leads off with his Raikou. That is fine, unless he's modest specs or something. He can't Oko me, as he does just go for a Volt Switch, as I go for the Psyshock on the incoming Scizor, and lefties, HP Fire. Dead. Lovely. Scizor's dead, and that was the only thing stopping my Gardevoir, so he forfeits straight away. That's better. And now we get an opposing Volcanion user who's using an interesting team dynamic with Pursuit, Mega Aerodactyl. Well, I'm imagining it's Pursuit, Mega Aerodactyl, because otherwise this team is just way too weak to Latis and stuff. So yeah, I can actually just lead off here with my own Volcanion. So, I mean, if he leads off with his Breloom, it's the worst matchup that I could probably have, because I'd then just go straight to sleep. But there's no point in preserving it in that situation. But he does lead off with Klefki, which is pretty much the perfect matchup that I was hoping for. Steam Eruption will do a good chunk for this Lati, as it 2-hit KOs with the burn. So I'm going to go for another one, as he chooses to sack off his Klefki. Not quite sack off, but pretty close. And as you can see, we're already getting 2 burns in a row, as Klefki now dies just to get up a layer of a Spike, which I can easily defog away with my Lati. Stone Edge will kill me, but anything else will not, and I was going to take my chances. We missed Steam Eruption, which is unfortunate. It is a 95% accurate move. It doesn't actually kill me, so that's a dead Mega Aero as well, and that means that my Lati is going to just have fun this game, honestly. Breloom comes out, he's going to go for Mach Punch, crits me, but he is Life Orb. I can honestly just defog as well, but that's kind of unimportant. I want to just Psyshock immediately. Defog's fine, because he's going Latios himself. It is burnt, it is lovely, and we can just go T-Tar, and get up our Stealth Rock, and then have a good time. Okay, it was a roll. That's unfortunate. It's a roll. I mean, you can't really complain that much about rolls, in my personal opinion. Watch me be a hypocrite though, because I complain about rolls all the time. So he goes Breloom here. I imagine he's just going to try and waste some sand turns, so I'm going to go out into my Keldeo. Yep, he does go for the Spore. We can go out into our Latios. As he goes for Bullet Seeds. That is not quite in range of Mach Punch to kill me, which means that we can now pretty easily win with either our Gardevoir or our Excadrill. I'm going to choose Excadrill because it's just easier. Leads Volcanion. Earthquake is smarter because I do not want him thinking that there's any chance of him playing around me with Earthquake and everything good like that. He goes for a U-turn. I don't know if that means he is Scarf, but we'll find out here, as he is not Scarf, which means, of course, my Gardevoir outspeeds him. The Intimidate also helps, and we can just Hyper Voice. There's no way he's killing me, as we actually just outspeed him, because I thought given that we weren't Mega Evolved, he might have a chance. But no, we do just kill him, which is very nice. We get another game, and I'll see you when we get one. Or we can just get one right now. This man has an interesting team. I don't really get it, in all honesty. I mean, Lopunny, Lando T, Garchomp, that makes a lot of sense, but then Suicune is unusual to see on these types of builds, as is the Bisharp, and Superior just seems to be there as a random breaker. Not entirely certain what that is all about. We're going to lead off with Keldeo, as he leads off with Bisharp, which is pretty much the perfect one-on-one matchup I could have had. We're going to go straight for the Secret Sword, as he goes into Superior. We actually 2-hit KO him, and we're definitely faster, so dead Superior. which is very nice because that was something that could have potentially been a problem for me. Goes out into Landorus, knowing of course that I can't really do anything to him because I am Choice Scarf into Secret Sword. I'm anticipating him to go for the Earthquake. He actually chooses to go for the knockoff, and ow, that hurts. We're going to go for Iron Head as he's actually Jolly Stealth Rock. It's a poor idea to just sack my Excadrill at this point. If he goes for knockoff, that's smart. I shouldn't have. That was stupid of me. I really should not have done that. Whatever. Excadrill can win, but it's going to be very difficult, and it would have been just more sensible to not bother with that. Goes out into Suicune, we get a lucky burn as we're going to go Gardevoir and taunt him, and then Hyper Voice, and then get a kill. Because he's going to go for Rest here after he's calm-minded. As he actually just goes hard into Garchomp here. You need to be Tank Chomp or you are way too weak to Talonflame. Why are you not Tank Chomp? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so he lets me scold him as he gets an Earthquake. Is this maybe Choice Scarf? Probably is. Burn? Nope. Okay, fine. Whatever you say. We're going to go into our Tyranitar here. And Stealth Rock, I guess. We've lost this game. I mean, that's just talk of a delusional person if you don't think we have, but I do not get his team at all. And that's the value of using teams that are somewhat weird on the ladder. People will not know how to play against them and will mess up in some various way. We kill the Garchomp, in goes Lopunny. In comes either Lopunny or the Bishop. I mean, his 100% path to victory is just... That is not the 100% path to victory, because we have Volcanion. So thank you for that. A little bit of health back. Specs, well, if Keldeo Scald that much, I mean Specs Volcanion will do about 35%, plus the burn damage, plus the sand damage. It actually just gets a crit and kills it. I'm fine with that, in all honesty. I do not care that it got a crit and killed it. We can't really win though, so that's unfortunate. I mean, you can just click Earthquake, so yeah, dead. Iron Head, and then the last turn of Sand means that Lopunny can fake at me. Yep. Good game. So, yep. He played it well, even if I do completely disagree with his team, but what am I to say? I lost to it. So, one last game, and then we'll call it live. And finally, we've got a game that Volcanion might be able to do a bit more in. Okay. I mean, is he just randomly going around forfeiting all the time? Well, we'll get one more game, and then it will be the end of live. Although, that is probably the quickest I've ever seen anyone beat the ABR Weavile Store team, so yes. We get an interesting looking team, Mega Scizor, bulky offense fest. Scarf Lando T is pretty obvious, but Scarf Keldeo is going to be lovely in this game. As is my Excadrill as soon as I can weaken that Lando T. And we're going to just lead off Gardevoir as he leads off Volcanion. Going straight for a Psyshock is not a bad thing, because he cannot kill us in one hit, I do not believe. He can't, good. Its def is a lot lower than its defense. Oh, he goes into Scizor. Fuck. Well, that's what you get for using Focus Blast. He goes for Pursuit as well. That's unfortunate for me. Going to go straight out into Volcanion and go for the we do not have Earth power. We're going to go for the overheat, I guess. Heatran comes in. Nope, Volcanion does, which take a chunk from that. And we can go up into Keldeo and just click Secret Sword. Yeah. That's why the Sizzle thing is why I prefer HP Fire Gardevoir, but oh well. Taunt does break stall better, so can't really complain. In comes Titar, takes the nope. He predicts that nicely, goes into Keldeo. His only Pursuit Trapper is his Mega Scizor, which he does go into, but we have HP Fire. So dead. Lovely. That's what I like to see. So now we're both Megalus. He is in not the best of positions. The only thing that is stopping my Excadrill winning is the Lando T. And even that isn't a fantastic stop to it. Volcanion is weakened. He can go out into his Heatran here, as he does choose to do just that. We're going to go out into our Volcanion, as he goes for Magma Storm, and he might have Protect. I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb on the off chance he does go out into Volcanion. He does not want to lose his Heatran, and Volcanion is moderately expendable to me right now, so I do not mind if he chooses to stay in for whatever reason. I would like him to make a move sooner though, but oh well. So how am I going to win this? That's the big question, and the answer is get rid of Lando T and sweep with Excadrill, but that's going to be easier said than done. I feel like I need to get Excadrill in on Hika's Earth Power. Can't we just go into it now? Into it now, I'll go for EQ. I mean, we don't even need to bother predicting the Lando T to come in. Because, yeah, in comes Lando T, and then we can just Iron Head. If we get lucky and get a flinch, then that's fortunate. And that also tells me he is actually defensive, which is interesting. And it's a mixture of good and bad. It's very good because it means that I don't need to outspeed it, but it is bad because, that's defensive. It's going to be more difficult to wear down. I'm going to go for Rock Slide. In comes Lando T again. We missed the Rock Slide, unfortunate. Keldeo is fine. He should not click Earthquake here. He should just let it. He should just go for U-turn. But whatever, he's going to click Earthquake. As he does in fact click U-turn, I should not have thought he was worse than he is. He can go Latios here if it's not HP Fire, because he knows that he will outspeed. He knows that he will outspeed me. My apologies. If he does, I might just Psyshock. He's been predicting me the entire game, and that does not feel very good. As he chooses his what? What are you going out into? What is taking me this long? He goes out into Keldeo straight away. That means it's probably Scarf, but if it is, we can't really do anything about that. He is Scarf. Gotta go into our own Keldeo and double to Titar, predicting the Latios. I mean, the smarter thing for him is just to stay in. But oh well, we're probably going to lose this next live as well. Doubling into Latios makes so much sense for him. I do hope he does actually do it. As he just chooses to win the speed tie instead. Well, that's always an option. I'm gonna go for superpower. We do not live anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I need so many flinches that it is just unrealistic to win. But I'll give him the satisfaction of killing me, as he actually chooses to just hard switch into his Lando T. GG. Yep, there we are. So, unfortunately we lost, I think, as many as we won in this live, but yeah, it's a shame that Volcanion didn't really get to show what it can do sometimes, but it's definitely not going to be suspected anytime ever, but it is a decent wall breaker against certain types of balance builds that are not using it. It's kind of difficult to support though, especially being stealth rock weak. I'm just going to be thinking it basically as a mixture of Heatran and Keldeo, but with a lot worse speed, because that's unfortunately pretty much what it is. It will eat up most Mega Venusaur balances though, and it'll be good on Rain, because Specs Rain boosted Steam Eruption will dent everything, as well as it will help Rain break through rain checks like Ferrothorn and Mega Venusaur and Celebi and whatnot. But yeah, definitely not a 1-for-1 replacement for Hooper or anything silly like that. I hope you did enjoy this video. Leave a like if you did. I will respond to any and all comments, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.